Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Tyler Sherrod here with your Thursday edition of FSU weather. So here above Doak Campbell Stadium, we got pretty sunny skies, a couple clouds up there in the sky, but pretty comfortable day overall. And as we look at our temperatures, got up to 80 degrees currently, winds coming out of the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour. So have some breezy conditions to help alleviate a little bit of that heat with us being in the lower 80s right now. And as we look at our satellite and radar, pretty clear skies. Do have a little bit of cloud development over the Big Bend region, but the clear skies we're seeing are going to persist for about the next 5 days or so throughout Florida and much of the rest of the southeast. So for tonight, expect temperatures to dip down to 65 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Still going to see some breezy conditions. And then tomorrow, 84 degrees is your high temperature. For the rest of our show, it's the last Thursday show of the semester, and last day of school is tomorrow, and we're going to have our finals week forecast.
That's right. Good evening again, and once again, welcome into this Thursday edition of FSU Weather. I'm senior meteorologist Evan O'Regan. Another look at that live shot over Doak Campbell Stadium. That sun is still shining out there. Partly cloudy skies right now. Still 80 degrees over the stadium right now with that east-northeasterly breeze at 8 miles an hour. It's been kind of refreshing today, although those dew points are a little bit elevated than they have been in the past few days. I'll show you that in a second here, but right now, satellite and radar not showing much of anything across much of Florida or the southeast for that matter. Just a little bit of cloud cover here in southeastern Texas, but that won't be coming to our area anytime soon. And that rain threat will stay out of our area as well. So that's also good news heading to finals week. We're going to have to deal with that pesky rain that we've been dealing with over the last weekend. But again, over Tallahassee, not much cloud cover at all. Just a few high clouds there, not causing much of anything on that radar. So that's always good news. And those temperatures are still nice and comfy for this time of the day. 80 degrees here in Tallahassee. 81 is our hot spot there in Quincy. And down the shore, we're a little bit cooler down by Apalachicola at 78, but still plenty of sunshine out there. It's been a gorgeous day outside. Dew points are a little bit higher than they were a couple days ago. We were in the 30s in our dew points on Tuesday when I was last here, but now we're in the middle 50s for much of the area. So that mugginess is starting to return for the area, and that'll continue to happen as those temperatures start to climb going into the weekend. Because we have this flow coming from the east, or the east-northeast rather, we have it coming off the land, so that's helping to warm our temperatures up. It's not coming off the Gulf, which is why the temperatures are starting to climb. It's coming over land and not the water, the cooler water of the Gulf of Mexico, relatively speaking. That easterly flow will continue for tomorrow as well. Just a few clouds, again, very similar to today, maybe a touch higher on that thermometer reading, so you'll notice that a little bit tomorrow, but very similar to today, another gorgeous day outside tomorrow. Again, we'll start out at 64, so pretty mild at 9 a.m., working their way up into the middle 80s by the time we get to 3 o'clock tomorrow, but plenty of sunshine out there tomorrow. Temperatures will stay in the 80s for the weekend as well, and they'll start to climb up as we head into the beginning of next week, potentially hitting the 90-degree mark by the time we get to Monday. And those low temperatures stay nice and mild as well, only going into the lower 50s, upper 50s, lower 60s, and maybe middle 60s by the time we get to Monday. So the temperatures stay nice and warm. Just a slight shower and thunderstorms chance on Tuesday returning, but still upper 80s, and we don't have to deal with any significant rain threat, Ollie. So what do you think about that for finals week?
You know, I am not looking forward to finals week at all. So hopefully, it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing. Currently, it is 85 in Tampa, 80 in Tallahassee. Looks like high 70s and mid 80s across the board for Florida. So we are seeing that April temperature coming in. Look at these higher dew points. So as Evan was talking about, these dew points have get into the mid 50s, into the higher 50s. Look at that in Orlando. And look at Key West. We are seeing some muggier temperatures. That moisture is going to continue coming in as the week continues. The satellite and radar in south, we see some light cloud cover over Key West. Look at those skies, but most region going into central Florida, not much going on. You see just some light cloud cover, nothing really to note, just mostly sunny conditions. You can see that with that heat that we've been experiencing, those rising temperatures. More into that Jacksonville region, we see that cloud cover coming in from the east, moving in. Not much to note. It's just going to continue being those clear conditions as we've seen throughout the week. And now going into the Panhandle, look at that. Not a lot of cloud cover over Tallahassee, just some sunny conditions. Continue to see that. And now going into a deeper look at Miami, it's going to be 53%. Look at that, 53% of rain. Not looking forward to that, guys. Hate to see it. But it is going to clear up, but we're going to stay in the low 80s as we continue. But Tampa, look at that, definitely warmer on the East Coast at 87, gonna almost be 90. Look at that on Sunday, it's going to be 90, so you're really gonna be experiencing some of those like sneak peek to summertime temperatures. In Orlando, 82 on Friday, but it's gonna climb up all the way to 86. We're gonna have some light cloud cover, but again, just some sunny and hot conditions. Jacksonville, definitely cooler than we've seen, 76, climbing up to 80 on Sunday. Sorry, not gonna see a lot of rain chance, but you're gonna see just some cloudy and sunny conditions. Now taking a look at Pensacola, definitely a little bit warmer at 80, but it's gonna stay mostly in the high 70s at 79, and it's just gonna continue being that nice April feeling. So currently in Tallahassee, not a lot of cloud cover, just not really looking at much cloud cover or much rain precipitation. Future radar showing that easterly wind pushing in. You're going to continue seeing that, and it's just going to be bringing some moisture from the Atlantic over Florida. This might be more humid and muggy conditions. However, not really expecting any precipitation for Florida as we continue seeing just that clear skies. And sorry about that. Tonight's forecast is going to be mostly in the 60s in Florida. Look at that, 73, so we are going to be experiencing some high temperatures, even though it's going to be, nighttime. But it's going to be cooler up in Tallahassee at 58. Just going to be seeing some of these warmer nighttime temperatures as the day goes on. Tomorrow's forecast, 90 degrees down in Fort Myers. Look at that, everybody. That's crazy. Very hot. And it's going to be 85 up in the Panhandle. But let's take a deeper look at, with Robert, of the national weather.
Right, thank you very much, LA. We saw what's happening in Florida, and we're seeing some of that warmer weather translate to most of the rest of the country. Right now, we're seeing 85 degrees in Dallas, 79 in San Antonio, 84 in New Orleans, and 80 in Tallahassee. I'm going to actually step off the camera so you can see that, and we can make sure that the height of the camera is correct here, because we actually have a 74 degrees in Kansas City also. And we're really also seeing a bit of a cooler area on the north side, 50s and 60s there. So yes, just giving you that look of your temperatures here. We are also seeing very nice temperatures towards the west. Thank you very much, guys. Towards the west, 50s and 60s for that as well. For right now, a major feature on the national map is this dry line. So we're looking towards the west, seeing 60 in Dallas and 70 in San Antonio, suggesting a nice moist environment ahead of this dry line. But look behind that there, 12 in Albuquerque and 32 in Denver. And remember, a dew point is just a measure of how much moisture is in the atmosphere. And what this is saying here is 12, compare that to your actual temperature. What percentage that is of your actual temperature, that's your dew point, and that's your amount of humidity in the atmosphere. So if it's 12 in Albuquerque, I can tell you it's not 12 degrees for your actual temperature there, meaning that that is very dry for your conditions. Looking towards a little bit more of our satellite, though, to show you where all this rain is actually happening, it's definitely going to be east of where that drier air is into the eastern half of the nation. Seeing high pressure prevail right over that driest area there. Along this warm front into the plains, we do have a good chance to actually seeing some showers and thunderstorms for our area, but the main area of concern is going to be towards our northwest and northeast sections of the nation. Northwest, around this low pressure system here in the northeast, we're seeing an actually big chance of some showers and thunderstorms as we work through the day today. This water vapor just showing how much moisture content we have up there. Northwest, we also see the same thing as well, particularly in towards Montana and Idaho, seeing those chances of showers, thunderstorms, and maybe even some snowfall as late as April. So keep that in mind that even in April, we can still see snowfall. Even right now in Quebec, right now just north of Quebec City, we do have a chance of snowfall right up there, but most of you are just seeing a little bit of a drenching into the northeastern corridor. Watch some warnings. We're not seeing too much in the way of severe weather. We do have some small craft advisories, so if you are on the coast right now in the Massachusetts Bay in the northeast, I would highly suggest just waiting to go out onto the water until those winds subside. But for our northwest, we do have a different story because this is all mountainous right here, and some of this rain is translating to snow in your upper levels. So those of you all the way from the west to the east, where we actually have some winter watches and warnings in effect, some watches right here, this warning right here, and actually a blizzard watch and warning, I believe that's correct right there, for those of you right now into North Dakota, where they already saw a significant amount of snowfall last week. So make sure you keep that in mind if you are traveling or from that part of the nation. Satellite radar for California showing a very mixed bag. A lot of showers and thunderstorms for those of you in the Central Valley, but as we make our way towards the mountains, a little bit of a change over to snow. Nothing as severe, but we do still have some warnings in effect for those of you in the mountains there. So just west of Reno and east of Sacramento, make sure you're driving along I-40, you take those precautions because I know that road slopes up into the mountains and that does create treacherous travel. But we do have a little bit of an interesting feature with this storm right here. We actually have a severe thunderstorm warning with these two storms into our area in the just east of Kansas City, a little bit northeast of Oklahoma City. That is going to be an area you're going to want to watch over the next few days. And in fact, that actually has a tornado warning. So those of you in that area need to be taking all of your precautions and making sure you are all getting into your safe spaces now. Tomorrow, going to be definitely some warmer conditions for us across most of the nation. We are still seeing cooler conditions prevail across the nation. So now I'm going to pass things off to Jesse for a look at our big city, small town segment.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, guys. I haven't been able to do this segment before. I'm usually in the background doing tech. But as always, here's our favorite big city, small town segment here on the Thursday show. I'm finally here to bring it to you in person. I'm so excited. And tonight we have a special city, Portland, Oregon. I don't think we've actually covered this state yet, much less this city. So you probably are familiar with Portland, Oregon. As you know, here's Salem 56, Portland 57. Looks like we have some storms in the region, but really we're seeing temperatures all around the 50s. So kind of a mild evening, but it looks like some of those regions are going to be seeing some mixed precipitation into the night as these storms are kind of moving towards the northeast. But there's a lot of rain all around the region as we go into tonight. And unfortunately, it's going to stick around. We have a pretty high chance of some light rain going into the evening. Temperatures are going to stay pretty mild, though, in the 60s. The good news is Saturday and Sunday, we're going to see that sun start to poke through, maybe some light clouds, and our lows are going to stay in the 40s. Now, you're familiar with Portland, Oregon, but have you ever heard of Portland, Missouri? I'm going to guess not, but this city was named after the nearby Missouri River shipping port all the way back in 1831. So a little history for you there. Has a total area of 44 square miles and a population of only 325. So if you do know someone in this area, well, congratulations. There's not many of you. As we're traveling from Portland, Oregon, all the way down to Portland, Missouri, as you can see, it's actually wedged in between the two larger Jefferson City and then St. Louis. We're seeing temperatures on the warm side in the mid to high 70s, really all around the region. We do have some cloud coverage, and as we go into tonight, we can see there's some of that rain that's coming in, and this is kind of associated with those storms that Robert pointed out just a few minutes ago. It looks like most of the rain is going to track to the north of Portland and St. Louis. Definitely going to see some cloud cover over the next 24 hours, though. So if you're in the region, just keep an eye on that, as you could see a sprinkle or two, especially if you're to the north. Tonight, we do have that 30% chance as those storms move towards the north, but I'd be more worried about those wind gusts as we're looking at gusts up to 20 miles per hour. So if you are in that region, if you have plans tonight, just keep an eye on that. It could get a little breezy as we go throughout the evening. Now, our 3-day forecast for Portland, Missouri, going into tomorrow, once again, early morning, you might be seeing those rain showers, but towards the middle of the day, we're just going to see a cloudy day. Temperatures are going to drop just a little bit. We're going to see highs in the low 70s. That sun's going to stay out, though, Saturday and Sunday. And then our lows are going to stay in the 60s, high 50s. So if you are in this region, really mild temperatures after what was, you know, what some may consider a pretty deep winter. I mean, I feel like these places are just now seeing some better temperatures after lots of snow conditions, so good for them. But what do we got on the desk today, Robert?
Right, well, we are, of course, wrapping up FSU weather for this year. We do have one more show on Friday. It is our senior show. That's where all our seniors will be graduating. But this is the one show before the senior show. We did this last year. We're going to repeat this tradition again. We're going to put some fun photos from our year just to reminisce over what happened this last year.
Yeah, starting out with last year's senior show. Here's some of those seniors and some of the ones that stayed to help out. Look at all those masks from COVID times. We've come a long way from that. So kind of just kicking off There's one of our first pictures. I was not here for that show. It looks like, were you in there, Robert? I think I saw you.
Yeah, I was. Actually, that's where I got my start last year, and that was a fun time. We had a lot of those seniors that did graduate, but some of them did stick around, and I'm sure, as you saw, Tyler is still on the show here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Made an appearance back. But this is another photo. This is, you can see our team leader, Josh, in the right side there. He is pointing at Jonathan, who is a former team leader here with a future radar. I'm sure they're having a lot of fun.
I think he's in a spinny chair.
Yeah, I
sliding
think he is
across
spinning around, talking about the
wall,
future
yeah.
radar. I wonder if he's talking about maybe a cyclonic flow there, maybe?
Oh, that could be it. Oh, and there's Allie-Ann. We actually had some fun doing some live reporting. I think this was on one of the coldest days in Tallahassee this year. I want to say it got down to 19 or 20 degrees, and she and Josh went out and decided to point a thermometer at the ground, at the sky, and just see what kind of temperatures they could read.
Right, really see what conditions we have here in Tallahassee when it gets so cold, because it doesn't usually get into the teens here in the city of Tallahassee.
That was an exciting day. I know a lot of my friends were complaining. Another thing, huge debut this year, the new wall. Dr. Alquist put this wall up for us, and we've actually been able to use it for a lot of severe weather coverage.
Right, we have tried to ramp up severe weather coverage. I'm sure that's our class of team leaders. It's one of the things we wanted to be our legacy, is doing a lot of severe weather coverage, because that's an important thing for us as broadcasters, making sure those, excuse me, those of you are knowledgeable about the weather. But also, one last final funny moment here. We do have a new graphic. It's called the Drivecast, and that is us two actually driving there.
I'm driving behind the wheel, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the one driving. Robert can be in the passenger seat, so you know.
Yeah, because not of age yet, obviously. No.
But yeah, that's just us driving into the future of FSU weather.
Yes.
So with that being said, we're going to go and pass things back off to the wall, where we're going to go back to see what's happening in Tallahassee.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much, and here is our forecast.
All right, thank you guys. So currently across the Tallahassee area, we are not seeing much happening right now. We see a few clouds over here and down into Lake Bradford, but again, super clear conditions, and it is very nice to go out tonight. Here's the satellite and radar. Again, not much happening here in the Tallahassee area, but we do have those clouds that are coming onshore from the Atlantic Ocean, but that is nothing for us to worry about, just that we may be seeing those clouds come into our area. Right now, it is 80 degrees in Tallahassee, and we're seeing upper 70s here in southern Georgia, and it is 78 down at the coast in Apalachicola. Here are those dew points again. It is a little on the muggier side, but it's not super unbearable like it has been, as we've seen those rain showers that have been coming for the past few weeks. But we are sitting at 54 here in Tallahassee, 55 in Bainbridge, and 55 in Quincy. Here is future radar. Here we're seeing the winds moving from the east, but again, there is nothing really happening, just a few clouds into tomorrow, but nothing that we are super concerned about as far as rain goes. Tomorrow's forecast is absolutely stunning outside. I wish I wasn't studying for finals, or else I would go to the beach. It is going to be 84 degrees, super sunny, and the winds are going to keep coming out of the east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday forecast, again, the same kind of idea. It is going to be 86, sunny, a little bit more gustier, but we're going to see the winds again coming from the east. Might see a few clouds or something like that, but as far as we know right now, beautiful conditions for this weekend. At the res, there's not much more I could say. 88 degrees, sunny, warm, beautiful to get out on the water this weekend before our finals week as just a quick little de-stressor. And Sunday, 78, might see a few clouds, but again, it is not going to be any chance of rain, so you should be good to go to Panama City this weekend. Our week ahead here, we have our temperatures are going to increase by the beginning of next week, and we're going to hit 90 on Monday, and we have a slight chance of rain on Tuesday, but I'm going to pass things off, and we're going to look at, what are we looking at? The southeast.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Yeah, so Gainesville is looking very pretty. You could see that even in Atlanta, Georgia, but either by Morley West, Kentucky, 71 degrees, overcast, not very nice weather, but unless you like overcast, cold weather, not cold, but you know, it's cold for us in Florida. Blacksburg, Virginia, 69 degrees, very nice temperature, and temperature-wise, we're looking at around the similar temperatures throughout the United States. I mean, southeast, it's maybe coldest is Charleston in South Carolina, and Jacksonville is looking pretty cold at 73, but Tallahassee right now is 80 degrees. Tampa is going to be around 85. And the dew point kind of reflects that. It's around the same. Little Rock is a little more moist than most of Florida, which is weird to say that, but it's 54 in Tallahassee, 54 in Tampa, 64 in Miami, and Charleston has 50 there. But satellite and radar shows mostly just clear skies with that high pressure in South Carolina kind of pushing the easterly winds towards us from the, so you're going to be, if you're in Florida, you're going to be seeing those winds going from the east to the west and getting those clouds off the Atlantic. But everywhere else in the southeast is just mostly clear with some scattered clouds. But active alerts, just not much at all. It's pretty perfect. It's not like we've been seeing usually throughout the year. And the future radar shows that you see those easterly winds pushing into Florida, and just you can tell there's like a high pressure because there's not much clouds, not much rain over here, and it's perfect weather. So very good summer weather. It's a good like shortcut to what we can see in summer, but it's perfect. Today's storm outlook, it doesn't really include us in the southeast, but up in Memphis and St. Louis, they're showing some thunderstorms soon. And storm outlook for tomorrow, it's going to be perfect again. It's not much storms or anything, but you can see that shifting to the southeast. That might get closer to us, but just keep watching the weather. Anything can shift at any time. And you can see on day 3, though, it's still shifting, and we don't know yet because it's anything past day 3 in the storm outlook. It's hard to tell. It's hard to predict exactly what's going to happen for our area. Tonight's forecast, though, it's going to be perfect. It's 58 degrees here in Tallahassee, and around the similar temperatures. Actually, Tallahassee is pretty cold throughout the entire southeast. You're not really seeing much, and like maybe 55 in Atlanta. But tomorrow, very hot throughout the entire area. But now, Priscilla, how is the lifestyle look?
Yeah, thank you, Jason. Lifestyle's looking great so far. We've got this gorgeous view over Doak Campbell Stadium. That sun just looks absolutely gorgeous. You see those like rays. It's very hot outside today. Not a lot of moisture in the air. That's why we've got those beautiful conditions. Taking a look at our STROZIER forecast, it is very chilly in STROZIER, 65 degrees, and very packed also as everyone is busy studying for finals. So if you can manage to find a seat, don't forget to bring a jacket as well because it will be chilly. Looking at our nightlife forecast, this is one of our final, or I guess runner-up final weekend before the end of the semester. So if you've got time to outside of studying, maybe you've got a chance to head out tonight, hit the clubs. It's going to be 61 degrees clear, so great conditions for walking. Make sure if you're heading out that you carpool or walk and just get home safely. Looking at our stargazing forecast, great conditions as we've seen throughout the show today. Clear skies, it's going to be great to look at our stars tonight and even take a look at the moon. It's going to be 15% full and it's a waning crescent currently. Looking at our dog walk forecast, this is actually Jason's dog, Callie, I believe. Great day, again, to walk your dog tomorrow. No precipitation. It's going to warm up throughout the morning, so I would say probably the best time to walk your dog is probably about 11 a.m. That's what I would choose. And looking at our last day of class forecast, it's going to be 84 degrees and hot tomorrow. We've possibly got a slight breeze, but again, it will be warm. If you're out walking to class, make sure I would recommend wearing shorts, putting on your sunscreen, do whatever you can. Keep yourself safe with that heat. Looking at right now, we've got a baseball game in South Carolina. It's currently 79 degrees, so it's also warm there as well. Looking at our weekend planner for this weekend, chilly in the morning, hot in the during the day, and there's a look at our finals forecast. So it's going to be warm throughout the whole week. And what do we think about that, Tyler? We've got a final look at our local forecast.
Yeah, I'm ready for all the warmth to come back into our region. I was born and raised in Florida, so I don't really deal well with the cold temperatures. And today was a pretty great day temperature-wise. Got up to 82 degrees for a high, and our low temperature was 61 degrees, so pretty close to our average temperatures for this time of year in Tallahassee. As we look at that Doak Campbell cam one last time for our show tonight, still 80 degrees with those partly cloudy skies. Going to start to see those temperatures drop pretty rapidly as that sun continues to set. Still have winds coming out of the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, so some slightly breezy conditions. But when we look at our satellite and radar, the breezy conditions aren't going to bring much rain or cloud coverage to us besides what we have. No rain really in sight until next week. So let's zoom into Tallahassee, and you can see there's really nothing here for us in the Big Bend region. Some spotty clouds to our southeast that eventually start to move out of the region through the afternoon. And as we look at the temperatures for the whole region, Tallahassee once again at 80 degrees, a little bit cooler on the coastline in Apalachicola at 78 degrees, and then going up to Thomasville, that's our low temperature at 77 degrees. If we look at those dew points, there is some moisture in the region, but not enough to make things unbearable outside. Tallahassee with that dew point temperature of 54 degrees, Perry 53 degrees for the dew point. As we look at the future radar, seeing those clouds move out, and we have easterly breeze coming through Tallahassee, and if the easterly winds slow down enough, we can even see a chance of fog going into early tomorrow morning, but we'll just have to wait and see as we go throughout tomorrow morning. But for the week ahead, here's what we can expect. Warm temperatures are going to continue to climb as we go throughout the week, with our hottest point being Monday at 90 degrees before we see some relief with a cold front coming through on Tuesday and a 30% chance of rain. Going to pass things off to the desk now to close out the show.
Thank you, Tyler. Yeah, look, I know it's going to be hot, but her finals week forecast doesn't get much better than that. You're definitely going to catch me taking breaks and studying at the pool.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and also another great place to go this weekend to maybe study or one last chance for relaxation would be the beach. I think that's probably one of the best places to go.
Absolutely.
Great place to do that.
Yeah, temperatures this week looking great. We do have that chance of rain as we're going into Tuesday, Wednesday. So I would say keep up with FSU weather, but tonight's our second to last show. Tomorrow is our senior show. Tonight is the last Thursday show of the semester. So this is the last chance you guys get to look at this upcoming forecast.
Yeah, and unfortunately we don't have, like you said, we don't have those shows going into next week, but like you said, I think we have to make sure you keep that umbrella handy, at least for Tuesday, but no significant rain threat, which is always good news for finals week. You don't have to add that extra worry in as you're walking around to all those finals.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely keep up with FSU weather as we go into the summer. It looks like we might catch you there?
Yeah, looks like that I will have at least a month here running potentially a summer show. So make sure you guys, if you're sticking around here in Tallahassee, you guys can come and watch shows that I'll be running over the summer. So
just keep
hopefully you guys
an eye out. We'll definitely be on social media as well. And
absolutely.
You know, now that we get down to it, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/FSUweather.
And you guys can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSUweather.
And in addition, watch us live on YouTube, as you probably are right now. Go back and watch our old shows. If you get bored, go see some past Tallahassee weather.
Yeah, absolutely. And also make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at FSU Weather. We always like to see those nice weather photos that you have to send us.
All right, but from the past Thursday team leader to the new Thursday team leader, I hand over the Thursday clipboard. So Evan, he's going to be our Thursday team leader as we go into the fall semester and spring semester of the school year of 2022 to 2023. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And do you have anything you want to say?
Well, I have to say thank you for being such an awesome Thursday team leader. I think you really nailed it this year, and I think I'm going to try my best to fill your shoes. I have big shoes to fill. So.
Oh, no, you're natural. You got those. But it has been great to serve you guys as Thursday team leader. I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kirk.
And I'm student meteorologist Evan O'Regan.
Have a great night.